Hey, it's your boy Soul. Today we're going to do more Pride Month stuff, so I thought about it really hard about who I wanted to have for this, and I decided, you know what, the best person to have for this will be one of my favorite characters from Batman the Animated Series, and also a selection from my Pride Month poll I previously put up, like, about a few weeks back. I was preparing for Pride Month itself, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I realized there's one character from Batman the Animated Series I like a lot. That's right, it's not Harley Quinn at all. Nope. I like Harley Quinn, I like Poison Ivy. I know everybody's expecting to put Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. No, I'm not doing it. Everybody and their mama's done this already. Everybody's done this. Let's put some respect on a real one, man. One of the first ones that came out. The first one that came out. One. And that selection is going to be Renee Montoya, also known as The Question later on in the comics. She is awesome, and you need to know more about her. I'll tell you about it in just a bit.
Hey, it's voice mode again. I didn't quite feel like showing my face for a whole lot of this, mostly because, well, I did this whole recording way in advance. So there you go, stupid me. Anyway, we just started with my new camera. I hope you like it. If not, I'll do what I can to improve, but for now, this is what we got. It's better than the old one, I'll tell you that much. Oh, and quick correction on what I first said before. Renee Montoya isn't the first LGBT character to come out in DC Comics ever. That would go to Maggie Sawyer. But Renee is one of the most memorable, to my opinion, because, dude, back in 2004, I believe, she was in the GCPD comic book, and she was like one of the main characters, along with other GCPD characters, you know, from Gotham Police District, because Gotham runs towards these crazy bad guys that are usually seen in Batman, but always says. Yeah, it brings a great question of what happens if Batman's not around at the time. So he's on a Justice League mission or something, and the bad guys are still there. And saying of his sidekicks is usually shows up in Gotham or like off. You know what I'm saying? Well, all Gotham got left is GCPD, and they're at the mercy of these villains. And in the series, particularly, it was Two-Face who did this.
He outed Renee and her partner back in the 2004 series, and it was a big deal at the time because there weren't many LGBTQ representation, especially back then. Not a whole lot of it anyway. And then we have like a prominent character that's originally from Batman the Animated Series, by the way. Renee started off in Batman the Animated Series. Okay? As I said before, that's one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And I've always got excited every time I saw Renee Montoya. She was just cool as hell. Like, every time she showed up, I felt happy. I felt like somebody got my back, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as I said, Two-Face, he publicly outed her and her partner. And it screwed up Renee's life at the time because she was deeply in the closet. Especially it was early 2000s, so it's not surprising. And yeah, it really messed her up. Like, she was going through it, man. She started like getting harassed by her own fellow officers. She was ostracized by her own family. I mean, that's horrible. That should not have happened. That should not happen. And to make things worse, she started to like drinking a whole lot more. She basically became an alcoholic. I mean, it was so bad to the point that her partner at that time straight up left her because of it, because it was bad enough to get outed without the permission, but just, you know, as injury to insult, just made it worse. And for a time, Renee was sadly very lost. And I feel so bad for her at the time. Like, this is a character I really loved, and seeing her going through this was like, it was rough, just rough to watch. And then a little sometime down the line, like, he's based off film noir type characters, you know what I'm saying, with the top hat and the trench coat, and, you know, I gotta fight crime, and, you know, I got these little gadgets help me out too. I love that stuff, I really do. And he found Renee when she was at her lowest. I mean, we're talking the lowest of low, like no girlfriend, no nothing, no job. Because, you know, her job had to fire her too, by the way, because they found out she was gay. So, yeah, it's unfair, but again, this happened back in like early 2000s era, so that it just happened, dude. I'm sorry to say that, guys, it just happened. And Vic, well, he came to her as the question actually. You could see she was down on her luck, and she needed to pick me up. So what he did was he basically first off got off of alcohol entirely. He got her off of that shit. Then he basically just kind of smacked her in the face of reality and said, "Hey, look, you gotta get your shit together. You are Renee Montoya. You are a badass. You are a badass Latina. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing, woman? You are awesome. Get off your ass and do something with your life." I know it wasn't exactly those words, but it might as well be anyway, because that's pretty much what he told her. And then he actually trained her in an Nana Parbat, which is like a monk temple area type of place. It's a well-known area in DC Comics. It's basically where you go to train to make yourself better. Both in fighting and body, mind, spirit, that type of thing. It's very zen. You know what I'm saying? And during her time, she got to know Vic, and they didn't become lovers at all. They more became like really good friends. You know what I'm saying? Like really good friends. Like she owes a lot of herself to Vic, because Vic was a cool guy. He understood pretty much what she's going through, because he was at a point like that in his life once, and he wanted to show that I can do this. I can help someone out. It took a little time, but he got through to her. Up until his own untimely death. As it seems at the time, I believe he had like a cancer or some type of disease that was like affecting him secretly. And he didn't tell anybody except Renee. And Renee took that to heart, because this is like this man that she just barely knew became like one of her best friends. And just quickly as it came to her life, he's gonna die. And that was rough. And eventually, sadly, yes, he passed away. But in his staple, Renee decided to become the hero that he was already. She took on the mantle of the question. And my God, that was the coolest moment in comics ever to this day. I still call it one of the coolest transitions ever. She not only deserved to be a superhero, she is a superhero. She needed Vic to come out and show her that she can be a hero. She always was a hero. You know what I'm saying? She was the hero already. She was awesome. He just needed to show her she was awesome, that's all. And Renee has made several appearances throughout DC history. I mean, like I said, she's one of my favorites. Anytime she shows up, like, that kind of character, when you see them, you feel happy. You feel like, yeah, we got this. She's that kind of character for me. And when I first learned about her sexuality, I was a little taken back, because it wasn't just shocking, it was more like an epiphany, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just sat there and went like, oh my God, she is a lesbian. That makes a whole lot of sense. For those who've seen the original Batman animated series, they don't really go too hard into like who she is and everything. They just kind of like, make implications here, imply things. But if you pay attention to the series itself, there's like this big transition for her. Like, she keeps like going up the ranks, you know what I'm saying? She keeps getting better and better and better. You can see her like getting better. I mean, like, you want to clap for the girl, because you see that she is doing it, man. She's doing the best she can, and she is showing that she's a whole woman, and she can do it. I believe in her, and a whole lot of people did too. And I mean, even the creators believe in her too, because she went from like a police, just like a regular like beat cop in the first half of the series of Batman, the animated series, and then she transformed into a detective. Like, wow. And it suited her so well. Like, I've always respected Renee Montoya. Like, I feel like I got a kinship with this girl, you know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody I know from the hood. You know what I mean? Like I know this person. That's the kind of reaction I get with her. And yeah, she's cool. And she's had some flings here and there. The most notable one being with Kathy Kane, aka Batwoman. And she's had a relationship with Huntress, but it wasn't sexual at all. It was more like an actual, like a sistership, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost like sisters. I love that. She also appeared in the Birds of Prey movie, live action. I got opinions on that movie. I'm not going to talk about that today. Let's just say they're not great, but I was so happy to see Renee Montoya at least. They got the character down right. The actress, I think, was a little too old, in my opinion, but that's my own opinion. You can ignore it. I'm just a guy, whatever. That's how I felt. Sorry, that's just how I felt. But overall, most of Renee's appearances throughout DC history has been like one of my favorites. She's like the kind of character like the moment she shows up, you feel better. You feel like you good. You know what I mean? You feel like you good. You got this. She got this, guys. It's okay. We got it. We got it. Yeah, I just want to talk about her today because she's one of my favorite LGBT characters of all time. One of the first ones I ever loved of all time, and she's not disappointed me one bit. Oh, one day, I mean, her life is basically put together now for the most part. I don't know if she has another partner now at this point. I think she does, and if she doesn't, that's a shame. She deserves somebody. She does. Oh, she finds it. But I'm glad she found the confidence to find herself throughout this whole journey of her self-discovery as it went on. Throughout GSPD comics and the regular Batman comics and other comics as well. So yeah, and oh, by the way, look up on your screen on the left. You'll see my patreon.com/SoulStarIsBorn right there. If you want to donate anything to me or just support the show, that'd be great. Just saying, that'd be great. Yup, that'd be pretty awesome of you. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna turn you back over to my live action stuff one more time, so you can see the final result of this painting I'm doing here, because it's gonna be fantastic. Hey, I told you to be right back. So yeah, like I mentioned before, I worked on it behind the scenes afterwards because I did that recording like a couple of days ago. And here's the final results of this. Look at that. Right? Right? Right?
As you can see, I made my promise. I said I'd finish it, and I finished it. Let's have a good look at it. So what I did was, to understand, if you don't know the reference to all the smoke going on with her right now, Renee, when she was the Question, she had this particular special nerve gas or something like that helped like conceal her form and her face and everything. Like when she's the Question, she has like literally no face. It's like nothing there. It's like some kind of polymer mask or something that like completely covers your face up entirely. Like you don't see any features, nothing. It's like a ghost. It is so creepy looking, but it's a cool visual at the same time. I did originally want to put that in the piece, but the problem was I wasn't sure if everybody would actually get that reference or whatnot. But I still want to keep the Question references in here somewhere, so I gave her the top hat and the jacket that she had in the comics back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, something like that. You get the idea what I'm saying. But yeah, I really love how this piece came out with the smoke one. I have to go to a different program to get the smoke, so this Krita that I have doesn't seem to have that particular brush of smoke that I'm looking for. So I went to a different one, which is it's in PixArt. That's an app on my phone, in fact. I just use that instead. But the end results say for itself, though. Like check this out, man. Like, that looks like actual smoke. I mean, my dude. Oop, go back. You didn't see that. I totally didn't do that. I didn't screw up at all. But yeah, Renee is looking awesome, and man, this came out so great. Oh, by the way, let me tell you about real quick. I have an affiliate link at the bottom. It's called TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is it's for like YouTube, for people who are starting up YouTube. Want to get like a YouTube channel going, like I did, in fact, and help me rise my ranks a whole lot. I mean, within like a few months. That's not too bad at all. You can look at my numbers, man. You see for yourself, and it's just going to keep on going up higher and higher. Like main thing I'm using this because I want to get myself monetized by YouTube. And I could be on the way now. Like it's going up. It's going up. So we'll see here. We're trying real hard, guys. Please pray for Soul. Or better yet, if you don't want to subscribe to the channel, that's okay. Just like the channel. Comment in the channel. Something that's decent to say in a comment section, please. Please, please, be gentle. Please. Have common sense. That's all I ask of you. But yeah, tell me you like the new camera. I'm working on the audio. We'll work on that. I am not an expert on this stuff. I'm just simply learning as I go on a budget. I'm trying to keep on a budget as I can. So yeah, I'm glad this came out really great. And look at Renee. Look at the coloring, man. The green, the neon light green going on here. I love it so much. It makes it pop even more, and the smoke helps a lot too. Yeah, this is all I gotta say for today. So what I'm gonna actually do is just click on to the next video. But also remember to, of course, you know the spiel, right? Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, you know that stuff. Yeah, you know the spiel. I ain't gotta repeat that. So I'm just gonna wish y'all good luck and check out my next video. And please share around the channel. Tell people about the channel. Most importantly, let people know that I am open for commissions. I am. Yeah. Look at the links. The links. Patreon. Go there. Big giant hints. Okay, bye!